Hey, it's Joe. Here, another question. This one is from Gary Oates in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If you lost everything today, including your money and your credit, what would you do tomorrow to get back on your feet? Well, let's take it even further. If I was homeless tomorrow, if I was living under a bridge in some city somewhere, the first thing I would do is I would probably go panhandle until I could raise a few bucks to buy a burner phone. I'd go to the Wal-Mart, I'd buy a cell phone, and then I'd go to the library. And at the library, I'd pull up Craigslist, and I'd start making phone calls to the people on Craigslist, and I'd say, you know, would you consider selling your home rent to buy rather than just selling it outright? And I would put together the for rent method. I would use the lease option method. I would then, let's say they wanted $150,000 for their property, I would then go out and advertise it for $155,000, and probably within a week or 2 weeks, I would have, you know, $5,000. I'd have $5,000 in my pocket. I'd be able to start over again and be able to get moving. I'd be able to move out from under the bridge. But I wouldn't have to meet with these people. So even if I didn't have any clothes, even if I was in rags at the time, I could still do this. I would need enough money to be able to access a phone somewhere. Or maybe I could borrow somebody's phone if that was necessary. Or maybe I could get access to a phone through the internet, online, through Skype, through the library. I don't know. I'd find a way to do it. There are plenty of places that have these resources. The internet is ubiquitous these days. You can find access to it, and you can get help, and you can ask people for stuff, and they'll give it to you. And yes, maybe you have to beg for a few days, but it wouldn't take very long, and you'd be back on your feet before you know it. So that's how I'd get started. But then once I made that first $5,000, then I'd move into an apartment, and I'd get, you know, back on my feet. I'd buy some food. I'd pay back the people that I borrowed money from, and I'd get started again. And I would get on the phone again, and I would start making another deal and another deal. And hopefully within 3 or 4 months, I'd be back to making, you know, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month, and, you know, moving forward with my business. And I'd have to work a lot of hours to make that happen, because I wouldn't stop until that happened. Now, a lot of people that are out on the street, they don't have the capability of doing this because they have some type of emotional disorder or some other problem. Maybe they're alcoholic, maybe they got drug abuse problems, and it's going to be harder for them to succeed at this. It's going to be a lot easier with somebody who's got their full faculties to be able to go and make this happen. But it doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care if you're still in high school. I don't care if you're in your 80s. You can still do this. I've had people all across the spectrum make these kind of deals and put this stuff together. You just have to learn how to talk. Talking will make you money if you learn how to do it properly. And I believe it is the single most valuable tool that you can have. Automation, you know, having all that stuff online, all that stuff is good, and it makes your life a whole lot easier, and it makes it, you have to talk a whole lot less. But which I don't like to talk. You know, I guess I'm doing all these videos, and all I'm doing is talking 100 miles an hour. But I don't really like to talk. I'd rather sit at my computer and do my thing. And I think a lot of people that are using my system are the same way. But if you learn how to talk, sometimes it's not so bad. You kind of have a good time with it. And it's nice to connect with people that way. So that's what I would do.